Hi! We missed you guys!
Hi guys. We're sorry we've been gone so long. We just haven't been involved in life.
And kids and spring break and blizzards. But today, guess what? No snow.
Beautiful.
Oh, sweet Jesus. There's been no snow all week, and we're so thankful for that. We need spring and we need sunshine. She just told me that it's coming.
Pasty
Right?
arms.
Snow is coming back on Monday, so we're not talking about that because today it's spring and we're going to celebrate that, and we're going to take you on a walk around. This is Palmer Lake. We've been here before. You guys have seen it, but it's in Amber's little sweet hometown.
Yes. And we want to talk to you guys today about strength and what that looks like, because we talk about what it is to live a life that's believing you're beautiful and you're beloved, and it takes strength to do that.
And the Bible says she is clothed in strength and dignity. And so how do we clothe ourselves in that?
Yeah.
And what does it look like to be strong? And so we've talked about this actually in a lot of ways in other videos. We've talked about when to fight and when not to fight, and how to be strong in this, and how to be strong in this. But today we're going to talk about how to let God be strong for you, particularly when things are hard and when people don't like you. And something that you may not know, or maybe you totally do, is that there are a lot of people in the world who hate me.
That's a strong word.
Okay, who very strongly dislike me and like would tell you not to be friends with me. Like
I have been told not to do friends with
right. So have other people. I'm so thankful for the people who don't listen.
So
thank you for not listening. And what do you do with that? Because honestly, when you hear that somebody is like going around town or like calling people and saying like, don't be friends with her, like, do you know? That's the attitude in my mind. It's crushing. And to hear that other people are talking about you poorly, or that they're spreading rumors about you, or whatever it is, like, it's crushing, especially if you're like me and you struggle with approval and you've had to go to Jesus a lot about, for me it was like an idol in my life, like approval and what people thought of me. And so Jesus has torn that down by having a lot of people hate me, so that I would find my approval in him. But it's like, what do you do?
Right.
What do you do? Because I have gotten to a point in my healing journey, going back to what we talk about all the time, like go find a therapist, do lots of healing work, that's your lesson for the day. But at this point, people hate me, and guess what? Like, I'm okay with that. It's okay. Like, even good people don't like me, and that's okay. Like, that's just their opinion, and they get to have their own opinions, and I'm okay.
Right.
But there's always that struggle of like, do I need to kind of go behind them and like fix it? Like, who might they have talked to?
Do I need to stand up and say like, no, those are lies, or that's
don't
not
believe
true,
that,
or don't believe that, or let me tell you my side of the story. And what Jesus taught me this week, and it's kind of why we're bringing this topic up, was that he showed me two places in the Bible where the exact wordage is, the Lord is your strength and your defense. And I think for me, the word defense is so amazing there, because it says like, I will go after you and I will defend you, and whatever is said about you and whatever is done to you, I will defend you. I will defend your honor, and you can find strength in me, so that the people who don't like you, or the people who are speaking badly about you, the people who are being cruel to you, I will deal with them.
Yeah, it says later in Exodus, the Lord will fight for you. You need only be still.
Yes.
And don't you want that? Like, I feel like all of us, they talk a lot about how women want to be fought for. I actually think all of us want to be fought for. Men want to be fought for. We all want that. Like, when somebody is attacking us, whether it's personally or like with other people, like, we long to be fought for. Like, who's going to defend me? Right? And be the defender of my soul. And to know that Jesus has promised, like, hey, guess what? I'm signing up for that.
I will,
because I love you, and you're worth protecting, and you're worth fighting for, and you're worth defending. Like sweet Jesus, we can just sit in that for a minute, right?
Like, I don't have to pull my hair out. I don't have to sit with knots in my stomach. I don't have to make
clean up their Mom, it's not true.
This is
Don't
not-
believe
yes. And it's an incredible gift that we have in Jesus and in God, and in being with Him and walking with Him and knowing that truth is a release and a freedom that you need to know you have.
Yep. And a healing. Like, to know that the God of the universe looks like we don't defend things that are stupid or worthless, right? Like, if my kid's ripping up, like, a piece of paper, I'm like, just stop! That's so valuable! Don't rip up that white piece of paper. Like,
But you are like, make sure you throw that in the trash, right?
yeah, totally. Why are you creating trash? Always! Children just create trash everywhere they go. But I don't defend something that isn't valuable. Now, if they picked up $100 bill and tried to rip it in half, not that you would find a $100 bill in my house, but you might, then I would be like, stop. Like, I want to defend that because it has value. And so whether or not you have been defended in the past before, whether you have been ripped to shreds before, it doesn't change the fact that you are valued and that the God of the universe looks at you and He says, I will be their defender, his or her defender. Like,
Yes.
the Lord will fight for you. You need only be still.
Right. So don't get yourself all spun up
No.
trying to, haters gonna hate.
Oh, just get the one with the dance. The haters gonna hate. Yeah, that was amazing dancing. None of you complimented us on our mad skills. And that doesn't mean, however, like, stay in relationship with people who are cruel.
No, absolutely not. You don't owe them your relationship, but you also do not owe them explanations and louder fighting and more, you can step away from that and you can say, not for me.
Because you're worth protecting and you're worth defending. And if Jesus has said you're worth defending, then that means you're also the kind of person who's worth not being put in situations where people are going to be cruel or abusive or unkind.
Right.
And you can go back to our video about, like, to fight or not to fight. We talked a lot about that because there's no set answer. Like, Jesus is going to be the one who has to tell you whether there are situations to walk away from or to remain in. But either way, He is your defender.
And He is
And
your
strength. And we get to be weak
Right.
because He is strong. And so we don't have to be tough.
Right.
We don't have to be... There's a
And you'll
difference
still
between
be
tough and strong.
clothed in strength and dignity because you're letting God bestow it upon you. You
Yes.
don't have to bestow it upon
You're
yourself.
clothed in His strength and dignity.
Oh, so good.
Sink in that today. Like, we're going to sink into the sunshine and the spring air. We pray that you sink into the fact that Jesus looks at you and says you're worth defending and that He'll go ahead and clean up the messes. And there was a time when people really, really didn't like me, and I wondered if I'd be able to walk around Palmer Lake one day and not feel like I'm going to run into people who don't like me, and what am I going to do in this whole city? And Jesus will go and He'll clean up those messes and He'll bring redemption, and He's brought me amazing friends like this one. And it just proves that He is the one who does the work. And He's working already for you and through you and around you. Because
You are beautiful.
and you are oh so beloved. And we can't wait to see you next week. We promise we'll have a video next week.
That is a lofty promise. We love you.